Hey, Viral Snap listeners.
Back again for episode 17, diving deep into the headlines that, well, snap.
I'm Zoe Finch.
And I'm Ethan Haze.
And before we dive into today's absolutely wild topic, we just want to take a quick moment, as a small and young channel, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, like this episode, and share it with your friends. It helps us out so much.
Seriously, every little bit helps us keep bringing you these bite-sized viral updates. So thank you in advance.
Okay, Ethan, so today we're talking about something pretty intense coming out of Russia's Far East. It involves, both earth-shaking and fire spewing.
Indeed, Zoe, we're zeroing in on a massive geological event, an 8.8 magnitude earthquake that struck off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. And it was, get this, the strongest earthquake worldwide since 2011.
Whoa, that's huge. An 8.8 magnitude? I mean, my goodness. So were there widespread tsunamis and massive damage? Because that sounds terrifying.
Well, surprisingly, not as devastating as you might expect for such a powerful quake. The initial warnings were pretty dire, extending as far as French Polynesia and Chile. Tsunami alarms went off in Japan too, with evacuation orders for tens of thousands. Hawaii even recorded waves up to 1.7 meters.
So why wasn't it as bad as it could have been? I feel like an 8.8 should be catastrophic.
That's the intellectual curiosity I love about you, Zoe. Russian officials actually credited their robust building construction and efficient alert systems for the minimal damage and zero casualties in Russia itself. While there were some localized impacts, tsunami waves of 3 to 5 meters in Kamchatka, some port flooding, even a kindergarten damaged, it wasn't the widespread catastrophe a quake of this size could cause.
That's kind of incredible, actually. So what about the aftershocks? I imagine there must have been quite a few.
Oh, absolutely. The quake occurred in what's known as the Kuril-Kamchatka subduction zone, where the Pacific plate is sliding under the North American plate. This area, part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, is highly prone to earthquakes and volcanic activity. We saw a 7.0 magnitude aftershock just off the Kuril Islands a few days later, which briefly prompted more tsunami warning.
The Ring of Fire, right, that's where all the action happens. And I read somewhere that this area has a history of really big quakes. Like back in 1952, there was a 9.0 magnitude one with a huge tsunami.
You're spot on. Kamchatka has a history with these megaquakes. The 1952 event generated 15-meter waves and sadly caused thousands of deaths. There was also an estimated 9.3 magnitude quake way back in 1737. The current 8.8, while powerful, appears to have had a more forgiving profile, perhaps due to its particular fault rupture characteristics or where the energy dissipated.
Okay, so that sets the stage for the other half of the story, volcanoes. Because after this massive earthquake, a volcano erupted. Tell us about that, Ethan.
Right. Hot on the heels of the earthquake, the Krasheninnikov volcano, also on the Kamchatka Peninsula, erupted. This is a pretty big deal, actually, because scientists are saying it's the first time it's erupted in hundreds of years. Some reports say 600 years, though the Smithsonian's Global Volcanism Program lists its last eruption as 475 years ago in 1550.
Oh, so there's a discrepancy there. 600 versus 475. Either way, that's like a really long time. It sounds like it just, woke up.
Indeed. And the Russian volcanic response team, Kurvert, specifically stated this is the first historically confirmed eruption in 600 years. So they're sticking to that timeline. The eruption sent an ash plume about 6 kilometers or 3.7 miles into the sky. Images showed dense clouds of ash, and the plume was drifting eastward towards the Pacific Ocean, thankfully away from populated areas.
Phew, that's good news. So they're saying this eruption might be connected to the earthquake? Is that common?
It's definitely a possibility. The USGS, in fact, states that large earthquakes can trigger eruptions if a volcano is already, quote, poised to erupt. Given that Kamchatka is on the Ring of Fire and prone to both, it's not entirely out of the question that the seismic activity stir things up.
That's fascinating, like one geological event directly influencing another. What about, air travel? 6 kilometers of ash sounds like it could cause problems.
Absolutely. The eruption was assigned an orange aviation code, indicating a heightened risk to aircraft. Ash plumes, even diffuse ones, can be very dangerous for jet engines. This plume, for instance, stretched over 115 kilometers long at one point.
And was Krasheninnikov the only one that erupted?
Not at all. After the M8.8 quake, Krasheninnikov, which is actually the most active volcano on the Kamchatka Peninsula, also began erupting, and the Institute of Volcanology and Seismology of the Russian Academy of Sciences reported that 7 Kamchatka volcanoes began erupting due to the earthquake. So it really did kick off a parade of volcanic eruptions, as one expert put it.
Wow, a parade of eruptions. That's pretty intense.
So to recap, we had this massive 8.8 earthquake, the strongest in over a decade, followed by not one but multiple volcanic eruptions, including Krasheninnikov waking up after centuries. It's truly a testament to the raw power of our planet, isn't it?
It really is. And it's a stark reminder of how interconnected these geological processes are, especially in dynamic regions like the Ring of Fire. Despite the initial fears, it seems the immediate human impact was relatively contained, which is quite the relief.
Absolutely. It's a powerful story of nature's might and, thankfully, also of preparedness.
And that's our deep dive into the Kamchatka seismic and volcanic activity for this episode of Viral Snap.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share us with your friends. We'll be back next time with another viral story.
Until then, stay curious.
And stay snappy.